What's up, everybody? James Zhang here, biblical success coach. I help entrepreneurs build recession proof online businesses, get unstuck, and achieve quantum leaps in their life. So, today I'm going to be going through a series of recession proof business tips. And today I'm going to be talking about the 5 elements of a recession proof business. So, I wonder, comment below, whether live or in replay. If you have a business right now, like comment below what kind of a business you have. Or if you wanted a business, like if you're looking for other opportunities right now, comment business in the chat below as well too. And I'd love to know. So if you do have a business, let me know what kind of business. If you want a business or another business, comment business. I'd love to be able to share some ideas with you guys today as well too. But if we haven't met, my name is James Zhang. I've been an online entrepreneur for the past 10 years. I've coached people all around the world. Awesome business. Cool. Be sure to follow and everything. And Warren Buffett, I went over a conversation yesterday. If you've missed anything, subscribe to my YouTube and you can capture that in all the replays as well too. But it was asked of Warren Buffett, what should you do during a recession? Right? Warren Buffett, the world's greatest investor, right? And he answered in a very interesting way. He said two things. You would think he would answer that invest into real estate or invest into, stocks or something like that. You know what he said? Kiki, you know what he said? Puma lady? He said, invest in a good business and invest in yourself so you're good at that business. Invest in a good business and invest in yourself so you're good at that business. Why? Because the best defense is a good offense right now. You can always control how much more you can make. A job you can't. Investments, you kind of just find it, you let it sit, you wait. But if you have a business, awesome. Mining is your business. Congratulations, But not all businesses are created the same, especially during a recession, especially during right now. So I've realized that there's 5 things to look for in a recession-proof business, and I wonder if you might agree with me or not. So let me go through the 5 real quick. Number 1, what's a recession-proof business? You want to find a unique, a consumable, in-demand product. Unique. You need something obviously that can stand up from the rest, especially right now because you go on Amazon, everyone's selling everything. If you go online, you go on social media, everyone's selling something, right? You need something that's unique. You need something to stand out. It's like, why do we buy Apple? Many of us. If you have a Samsung or an Android, we're still friends, but I'm Apple everything now. You want something that's unique. What's your idea? Would love to hear. Number 2, you'd also want something that is in demand. It can't be unique. You could have the coolest thing in the world, but if no one wants it, then it's not a business, right? So you want something that's in demand. So think about what people are needing right now. And you want something that where it's in demand, where people would want to be able to buy that, right? And the last part in the product itself is something that's consumable. Yeah, okay, don't worry, something that's consumable. And the reason why consumability is important is if you, let's say you buy, let's say you're a realtor, nothing against real estate or any business, they're all great. But if you're in real estate, you only make money when you sell a house. And that same person that buys a house probably isn't going to buy another house for a long, long time. So it's a one-time sale. However, if you sell a product, digital product, physical product, I sell health products, for example, as one of the things. So you buy this, you eat it, you reorder, right? So if you do that, then what happens is you can get a one-time sale that could be a lifetime sale, right? So you want something that is unique, consumable, and in demand. If you find that type of a product, that's a good product, right? So that's the first part right there, recession-proof business. And let me know below as I go through this, would you agree? Would you not agree? Yeah, I'd love to hear your take on these things. Okay. Number two, what you also want to find in a recession-proof business is you want to find something. In Tony Robbins, thanks so much for the compliment. Tony Robbins was asked this. What should you do during a recession? Tony Robbins, world's greatest personal growth guru. He said, find something that is low cost, but it's high margin. So it doesn't cost you a lot. So you don't want anything with a lot of inventory. You don't want to spend a whole bunch of money like manufacturing equipment, lots of warehousing stuff, lots of inventory at home. You want something that doesn't take a lot, right? That could be a digital product. So you can sell books, courses, stuff like that. That could be, I like affiliate marketing or drop shipping. The reason why, just using this product as an example, I don't have to buy it and resell it. I can just link someone to this and they can just buy it, ship it anywhere. So I want something that's cheap, but it's high margin. You can make a lot, right? So a product like that, I can make 50%. You sell a digital product, you make it, it takes time to make it, but once you sell that, then it's pretty much anything, right? So you want something that's a low cost, high margin, right? So number one, you want a unique in demand and consumable product. Number two, you want something that's low cost and high margin. Number three of the 5 points of a recession proof business. We're going through 5 elements of a recession proof business here. Number three is you also want online scalability. Online scalability, especially right now, right? Especially right now when COVID proved that it's important to be able to be online. What do you do when everyone's locked down? Or what do you do in an internet age now where you can literally be anywhere at any time? Like if you don't have an opportunity to be able to scale yourself out, to scale yourself all around the world, then you're missing out on opportunities and you're kind of keeping yourself right. Brick and mortar stores are great. Mom and pop shop are great. Mom and pop shop are great. If you have a restaurant locally, that's great. They can all do well, but hey, if you have the option, find ways to be able to scale online, find ways to be able to scale globally, right? If this at all makes sense so far, put a 1 in the chat. I'd love to know. We're going through the 5 elements of recession-proof business, and I've stayed in that lane, and it's been cool. So we have those. Okay, number four. What I also believe that's important is this, and this is, I think, where a lot of people miss. You see, a lot of people, when they say, I want to get into business, what they do, and this is what Robert Kiyosaki said. He has a great book. He wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and he wrote another book called The Cash Flow Quadrant. And describes that there's 4 ways of making money, right? So there's employee, you work for someone else. There's self-employed, you work for yourself, but just by yourself. And absolutely. And the last part is big business owner, and then investor, right? You can look that up. Great book. However, this is the thing. You built an online home decor business 20 years ago. Then you left that job. You thought it would fail. All good, and failures happen in businesses. They're learning lessons, I know. But what most people do when they try to get into business is they jump from an employee. And then what happens is they basically just hire themselves as their own job. Right. So you might say, oh, I like to bake. I'm just going to go cook and bake stuff and sell it, which is cool. But if you're not baking, you're not making money. Right. Like what you really want to be able to do is you want to be able to leverage. Right. Successful, wealthy people, they leverage time. They leverage effort. They build teams. They scale. Right. So you want to find some type of business where it doesn't just rely on you, yourself, and you. You want to be able to leverage off of technology, leverage off of teams, leverage off of stuff. Like you want to find something where you don't have to do all the work yourself. I hope that makes sense. So find something where 1 hour of yours can equal to 100 hours. Right? Like you want to find those types of ways to do things. If you aren't working and you can't get paid, that's a business that if you want freedom, it's going to be tougher to get freedom. Hope that makes sense. Leverage is key. So 4 things so far before we get to the 5th, right? Recession-proof business. Number 1, unique, consumable, in-demand product. Number 2, you want something that is low cost, high margin. Number 3, you want something that's scalable online. Number 4, you want something where you can create leverage. Number 5, here's the final piece, which I honestly think is the biggest piece. Because you can have the best idea in the world. You can have the best concept in the world. You can have the best product or service in the world. But if you don't know how to do your business well, if you don't have the systems in place, if you don't have the mindset in place, right? If you don't know what to do, don't know how to sell, don't know how to market, don't know how to promote, don't know how to like if you don't know how to do it, it doesn't matter because you're not going to make any money. So the last part I believe is super important is, and honestly, if you know what to do as an entrepreneur, you can do any business and you can do well. There's better businesses, but we want to know what to do and definitely implement. But even before that, proper training and proper support. Proper training and proper support. I so believe in mentorship. I so believe in coaching. I so believe in education. I so believe in support. We are our own worst enemies. If you're in a good business and you see other people crushing the same business and you're not doing where you want to get to, it's truly just because we're not at our capacity yet. We have to learn more, we have to grow more, we have to do exactly what it is. That'd be an honor if you think that I can be a mentor. But I had to find mentors, right? I started business when I was 19. I was a shy, nerdy Asian kid with no skills, no charisma, no connections. I was so shy I couldn't even order food at a restaurant. What's up, Mrs. King? We're talking about the 5 elements of a recession-proof business. What you need to look for if you're looking for a business opportunity. So I had to find a mentor in this, right? So I found one. I found something that had a cool, unique, in-demand consumable product. I found something that was low cost and high margin. I found something that was scalable online. I found something that I could create leverage. But here was the issue. I didn't know what to do about it. The only work that I had prior to getting into business was mowing my parents' lawn, which doesn't pay well. It doesn't do well in business, right? I couldn't pick up a phone. Social media. Wow, no. Presentation. Oh my gosh, no. Like anything, I knew what I wanted, but I knew I didn't know what to do to get to where I wanted to get to. And the fastest path to be able to shortcut any learning curve is finding mentors, finding masterminds, finding coaches, finding people that have done what it is that you've done. And if you do what they do, you can make what they make. So what changed my life is I found good mentors. I found the right books. I applied myself, I learned, and I did. Right? If you study and then you do, then that's when the blessing is going to have, right? Even for me, I'm a faith-based entrepreneur. So it says in Joshua 1:8 that do not let the word of the law depart from your mouth, meditate on day and night, and be sure to do everything according in it. So you will make your way successful. You will make your way prosperous. So even the Bible says, think about it and do it, right? Don't talk about it, think about it and do it. Same with business as well too. Same with mentorship, same with training. So if you find good training, if you find good mentors, then you shortcut your route to be able to achieve success by 500%. It's a big, big deal. Shortcut in life. There's so many different opportunities that you find out there, However, so with that said, with those 5 elements, I wonder, would you agree with me? Are these 5 elements, would you agree those are good 5 elements? If so, comment a 5, right? So to summarize, unique in-demand consumable product. You want something that is low cost, high margin. You want something that's scalable online. You want something that can create leverage. And then you want good training and support. If you have those 5 things, that is a strong recession-proof business. So look for those. Invest in a good business. Invest in yourself to get good at that business. And I'm telling you this, recessions are the best opportunity for the greatest wealth transfers if you know what to do. I didn't know what to do, so I figured out what to do. I'm still figuring out the next level what to do, right? But for you and your families, what are you going to do? We got to do something different, right? So if you are in a business already, double down on that. If you're looking for another business and you're open-minded to other things, will too, if you're interested, then I'd love to be able to help you as well. I do help people build recession-proof online businesses. I have a specific business that I help people to build in a professional, fun, simple way. If you're open-minded for that type of information, then I actually have a form I'd love for you to fill out. If you go to my bio or if you go to my caption, there's a work with me Google form. If you just fill that out, I'll contact you. I'll share with you some more information on what's going on. May or may not be for you, but I do provide training, coaching, all that type of stuff as well too. All right, everybody. So I hope that encouraged you. Hope that was interesting for you. If you did, like this, share this, also subscribe to my YouTube and for this and much other content as well too. And I'll keep on feeding other cool things. If you have any questions on anything, comment below too. I'll take those questions and I'll produce other content in future conversations as well. Other than that, have a great evening.